In an old neighborhood, there was a house that had been abandoned for many years. Everyone avoided it and feared getting close, except for Yasser, a daring young man who decided to uncover the secrets of the house for himself. One dark night, Yasser sneaked into the house through a broken window. Once inside, silence dominated the place, except for the creaking of doors and the broken furniture. Suddenly, he felt something strange around him, whispers coming from the upper floor. As he climbed the stairs, Yasser's heart began to race, his eyes searching for the source of the sound. When he reached the top, he discovered an old, locked door. He pushed it open forcefully, revealing a small, dusty room. What caught his attention was an old photograph on the wall showing a person who looked strangely like him. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind him, and his eyes widened in fear. There was something behind him, something invisible, but it was watching him closely. Yasser couldn't move. The air in the room felt heavy, as if time had frozen. He tried to breathe slowly, but the strange sound he heard began to get closer. The whispers turned into faint screams. He looked around, his eyes scanning for the source of the noise, but the room was completely empty. Then he felt something cold brush against his neck. Looking down, he saw a dark, black hand reaching out toward him. He tried to escape, but something heavy held him back. As he struggled, he realized that the shadow before him was moving independently of his own body. It wasn't his shadow. It was a dark entity with glowing eyes, unlike anything he had ever seen. Before he could run, he heard a deep voice from the shadow. "You will never leave here." At the moment, the shadow spoke. Yasser felt the ground beneath him crack open as if the earth itself was swallowing him whole. He fell into complete darkness, unsure of where he was or where to go. In that moment, he remembered the photo he had seen in the room. It was of a person who had lived in the house many years ago, a person who had disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Suddenly, two glowing eyes appeared before him, the same eyes he had seen in the shadow. He realized that he wasn't just trapped in the house. He had become part of the curse that had always haunted it. As the shadow drew closer, Yasser felt something cold tightening around his heart. And in that moment, he understood that his soul had been forever bound to the cursed house, just like all those before him. In the end, Yasser no longer existed in the physical world. The abandoned house continued to stand, a prison for the many souls trapped within its shadows, forever.